It looks like markets are beginning to retrace. As you guys can see, QQQ started off very strong once again for no reason. The government is still shut down. The labor market is still incredibly low, and inflation is still beginning to rise. Today was supposed to be the CPI data report, one of the most important inflation reports, but it can't be released when the government is still shut down, putting the Federal Reserve kind of in a tough spot where can they decide what to do in the next meeting when they have no data to go off of? With that being said, it's not just NASDAQ that's selling off, but again, it could be fueled by some of the news that is just being released. This was shared just a few minutes ago. It says U.S. senators are willing to grant President Trump the authority to put up to a 500% tariff on China for the purchase of Russian oil. This is from Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent. I really hope this is not true, but I wanted to show you the video because this thing is currently circulating. I hope that it's an old video, but it sounds like it was just said either today or a few days ago. Check it out.
Shut down when we can't get 7 more Democratic senators across the line. But 85 U.S. senators are willing to give President Trump the authority to put up to 500% tariffs on China for the purchase of Russian oil.
Up to 85 U.S. senators are willing to give Trump the authority for a 500% tariff on China for the purchase of Russian oil. So obviously, if that gets officially announced, markets will most likely react in a negative downturn. Now, again, I'm taking it with a grain of salt because, yeah, markets are retracing, but they're still in the green, right? They're up 0.72%. The only real stocks that are aggressively selling off today are the bullshit stocks like Oklo. Oklo is only down on the day 2.6%, but if you tuned on into our live trading session with our LPP team, we talked about this. It was an overbought reversal. It's down 12.5% from the overall highs, and the list goes on. The other BS stock that is down, I think, 8% from overall highs. The highs that it made today, retesting pre-market highs to the overall lows. We had a handful of LPP traders short this one, made over 8% from highs to lows if you caught the full swing. INTC, TEM, you guys can see that. Again, markets are either kind of trading sideways or slightly beginning to turn down. We do not have an active sell-off. Markets are still retesting the same support range right around 601 for QQQ. So what does this tell us? Just like we talked about it yesterday, a lot of you guys liked when I said this, and I think it's because a lot of you guys can agree. One moment we're bullish, another moment we're bearish. But guess what? Markets tend to be more bullish than bearish long term. So although it looks a little weak, remember, short sellers, if overall sentiment, right, if panic is not being injected into the market, I don't see there to be a reason on why not to take profits. We know that the market could find a support and we know that it could begin to recover. It's not that, oh, it can't continue to sell off, but it most likely has not, and it most likely won't unless specific news gets factored in that was not already factored in. But once that happens, we can always just jump back in. I always think it's safer for short sellers right now because market sentiment is so bullish that when in doubt, never be afraid to cash out. Again, that's just my opinion, my 2 cents. I just want to see you guys win and not bag hold the stock like a lot of people that are buying at all-time highs and then they freak out when markets sell off. Don't put yourself in a position in which you cannot tolerate. And remember, an extra few bucks isn't going to change your life. So never be afraid to cash out if your trade is beginning to show signs of lack of progress. The other thing that I want to make sure that you guys were aware is because this week is a really big focus for earnings, right? Earnings are getting released this week, and it's a big focus for banks. Day 2, Bank of America has beat expectations. $1.06 is the earnings per share they reported versus the expectation of 95 cents, beating expectation. $28 billion in revenue versus 27.4 of the expectation, beating expectation. Morgan Stanley, $2.80 for earnings per share, expectation $2.07, a 35% beat. $18.2 billion in revenue versus the expectation of $16.7 billion. Also beating. So these banks are beating earnings per share expectation and revenue expectation. This is a great tone and setting the standard for the rest of the companies that are set to report next week. I know a lot of people are not invested in banking institutions, but again, it's all based off of sentiment right now. Is our economy doing well, or should we begin to be concerned? So it looks like institutions are doing well. That doesn't mean that our economy is doing well. That just means that they are currently beating expectation, but at least it's setting a high tone and a good expectation for tech that is set to report next week. If I'm not mistaken, I think we have Tesla reporting earnings next week, kicking off big tech as they report earnings. Remember, on a moment's notice, right before market closed, Trump sent a tweet, right? Just like we talked about yesterday. One moment, it could be that the market's bullish. Another moment, a tweet gets shared and markets either sell off or push to new highs. That is how volatile markets are. So when in doubt, never be afraid to cash out. I also wanted to ask you guys, there's a lot of talk right now about this stock named RGTI. The CEO is currently presenting right now at Semicon West. He indicated that they are in a research and development mode and still at least a decade away from scaling up. And for those that do not know, RGTI is one of the best performing stocks this year. Why, you might ask? I don't know, right? Just like you heard in that previous post, they are saying that they are a decade away from actually even, a decade away from scaling up. They're a decade away from even being close to being profitable, yet alone actually growing as a company. Yet the stock, if you were to look at it, you would have thought they, invented water, right? Absolutely insane. From lows of, what was this? If we look at this on the day chart, from overall lows of $1.17 per share to highs of $58. Please, please, please be careful with these overhyped up, absolutely worthless companies. And I would love to do a deeper dive if enough of you would like me to. I can do a full fundamental analysis on stocks just like this. RGTI, incredibly hyped up. It has a good story with good price momentum, but no fundamentals. And all the red flags are there. If you would like me to do that video, all I literally ask you to do is drop a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and I'd love to make it happen. Look at this. While we're talking, more of these overhyped up stocks are beginning to sell off. Oklo, down 3.8% on the day, down 13% from overall highs. RGTI about to push 8% in the red. I love to see it. And Bitcoin is about to drop to sub 110K per share. So, or 110K per coin. Again, there are red flags in this market right now. Things do look a little weak. But remember, for all of our bears out there, just be mindful of your position size. You don't have to be scared to take a trade. Just be mindful of your position size. And remember, when in doubt, never be afraid to cash out. I love to see you guys win, but I want to see you win because you earn it and because it made sense to you, not just because you got lucky, right? Or over leverage and it just happened to go your way. Be intentional, be calculated, make sure that the potential for profit always outweighs your potential for risk. And be mindful of that position size. So again, if you want to tune on into our live trading session tomorrow, just a friendly reminder, it's the second link in the description down below. Every morning, we start off the morning with these live sessions with our LPP team. You get to tune on in right at market open and watch me trade live. And most importantly, hear my thought process as we break down the market during one of the most volatile times to be paying attention to it. So if you ever want to tune on in, second link down below, we have a big discount link there for you. And whenever you're ready, we'll have you tune on in. So like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.